Hello and welcome to today's stream. Today we are co-streaming something I would say even more interesting than the LAN, LAS or CD. We are co-streaming the League Impact series. It's a female and other marginalized gender tournament for the whole like NA and LATAM region. So it will be completely epic. I think the only, not I think, but I know the only part of the Americas that is not included is Brazil. But I think Brazil has, as far as I'm aware, Brazil's scene is a bit more, how do you say, more healthy than like, especially in NA. NA it was kind of cooked for some years. So Blue Otter, they have decided to kind of restart the whole thing. And luckily for us, they also have invited all of LATAM. So the game that we will see first is also a LATAM. It's a LATAM match, you know? So we have two teams that are mainly playing on the LATAM North server. So I would assume they are mostly from LATAM. I'm not entirely sure, obviously, because I don't know all the players. But what I can see, you know, it seems like the players that I have searched up, you know, they seem to be LATAM. Let me find. Okay, yeah, this is not perfect, but it is what it is. Spirit Blossom, they have a Twitter account, so I will just, you know, for everyone that is already here and wants to take a look. It's not much to find there yet, but for sure, if the tournament continues and they would have a deep run, then you will find more of them here. I have not found anything for the other team, ECC, so we have to wait, basically, what happens there. We also have OP Point GGs for their LATAM accounts. I mean, this is like LAN. So this is like Spirit Blossom. I'm not sure, like one person is missing. So yeah, it's like, I'm sure, but because if I go on NA, then it doesn't show, and their Twitter account is also in Spanish, so I would assume they're LATAM. On the other side, we have ECC. Wait, I have to check real quick. Is this? Oh! Guys, I hope you are. This, Okay, ignore that I fucked it up a bit. I have to be a bit more careful of showing, like, you know, tournament. Oh! No way, no way! Ah! Okay. Okay. That didn't work as planned, guys. Sorry. I swear, I usually don't have to hide things in my scenes, you know, so it's a bit easier. Regardless, back to our bench, you know. I hope that this does not fuck anything up. Please don't stream snipe. It would be embarrassing. For me, at least. We have two people GGs, one from Team Spirit Blossom and one from the ECC roster. You can see that there's a slight elo gap, I want to say. Between those teams, I think ECC other players are like relatively high elo in, well, not relatively, you know, they're high elo in LAN, while the other team is more like mid elo, you know, a lot of Emerald players. They have peaked, like, you know, the Kari she has peaked Masters, I think 2025. Yeah, I mean, obviously it says 2025. So I would assume. Wait, I have to rename. So I'm here. Okay, they're speaking Spanish. This is really good because I don't speak Spanish. But it's okay as long as I'm not fucking it up again. Nothing is happening yet, so we have a bit more time to look at it. Player-wise, we have this is the roster of ECC. They're playing with Kali. I'm not sure why the multi-link is showing us so much people. But it might be real. Let's see if there's anything crazy here of champion-wise. Kali is playing support. She hasn't played much rank in this account, so I don't know. In general, I think this account might be younger. Wait, let us figure that one out. But account name that is shown here is not in the OP point today. Okay, it will be a bit tough, you know. I had not much time today to prepare, but it's okay. You know, we will get into that. I think their Youngla plays a lot of fun champions. You know, we have like the Zyra, we have Lilia, we have Diana, we even have a Quinn, maybe, you know. This is kind of fun. I love those champions. It is obviously not clear if they can be played in competitive, you know. It's always a bit hard to integrate them. But especially on the other side, we is Yuro playing the... Wait, I have to check. I'm sorry. Yeah, Yuro is playing. You know, she's not really playing any tanks, at least in the... on average. Maybe, obviously, those teams have scrimmed, you know, and maybe they have also other accounts, you know, so it will be interesting to see what champions they actually rock up with. But so far, it doesn't look like she, like, really plays tanks, you know, so, you have to see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have to see. The teams are ready, so, or like not ready maybe, but they are in the game at least. So let's see when the draft will come. Anything more interesting is I think like Billie Eilish here is rocking up with crazy Gangplank games. I think Gangplank, you know, the sad thing is we probably don't see this Gangplank. You know, like let's be realistic, it will be permabanned every game. But I think Gangplank is like a really cool champion. We see in the LRS, you know, Nate is playing it a lot. So there's at least some connection to the to Latam here. Like, you know, that's a really great Gangplank player playing this champion in the tier 2 scene. So it is great. LCC, like a lot of Caitlyn's here, like for AD carries. I think other team they have Caitlyn also a lot of mastery on Sora. So maybe this is something that is contested, like even in game 1 already. I think Caitlyn is always a champion that works well with supports. Again, we don't really know what Kali is playing. I mean, we can check, like maybe last season what she played. Holy shit. I mean, she played also not that many games. That cannot be right? Can you really be master with like... I mean, it's 80 games, you know? Maybe. If you're like rocking win streak, it should be possible. A bit tough. I mean, we have some champions that work okay with Caitlyn, but nothing too crazy here. But again, those teams, they will scrim. Maybe they have like other account to practice too that we have right now. No intel like about. What we don't see is like any of the high meta stuff, I wanna say. Like we don't see any Camilles here. We neither see like a Camille here, but like I'm kind of missing one OP.gg, so let's see. Wait, I have a good idea. I can just move the client. Oh no, I cannot move the client. Never mind, it's not working. Yeah, okay. Okay, we have a link. Big face. We go clear, we go spectator. So now let me figure that one out. We have to go here. Okay. This time I'm not leaking anything. Well, that's really good. Now I can have the client open, right? But wait, if I do this, then I can open the client and move it like here. So I have the client now, but you cannot see the client. And even if I activate my screen share again, it's not visible. Okay, perfect. We have Yeezus here on the blue side and Spirit Blossom on the red. So I can prepare the in-game already, but if I go in-game now, you will have the link. So that would be tough. Wait, because I think it's like I have made it wrong. the overlay. I mean, not wrong, you know. I just need to, you know, move the team logos around. And now we go here, and now we go here. Okay, the draft already started too. Gangplank banned. Okay, something we have definitely expected. But let's fire up some fire music, you know? Let's go into it. We see Ambessa ban now as well as Seraphine on the other side. I think ECC, they're banning very aggressive champions, or like, not aggressive champions, but carry champions. So let's see. I'm scared to open my client, honestly. Let me let it. We see Varos ban now as well. Val ban on the other side, another aggressive champion. None of those champions are like hyper meta and competitive right now. Obviously, right now, none of those champions are not playable at all, you know, but they're not like the S-tier champions that you usually see in high competitive. Though we are like more into going into like a tier 3 skill level, so personal mastery and skill level is far more important. Let's see what they will first pick here. I'm a bit clueless, you know, it could be a Caitlyn, because like, again, both teams really like the Caitlyn, but maybe they think it is too hard to blind pick, first pick. Irelia would be crazy as a first pick, because I think there are like a lot of good champions against it still open, but UCC, they don't care, they decide for Irelia first pick here. This is a statement, I want to say. There's definitely also a curveball, and it will be interesting to see if Spirit Blossom can answer here. And in what regard they can answer here, or will answer here, because I think like there is you know, I'm not entirely sure right now who is the Irelia player of UCC, but if it is a theoretically flex pickable champion right now, I would say. But still there are like so many good champions. Here's the Caitlyn pick. Both AD carries really like it. Spirit Blossom is now the one that can secure Caitlyn. As a very lane priority champion, you know. She likes to push, she likes the prio. If she's falling early behind, her mid game is a bit tough, you know, but nonetheless scales really well into the late game. There are a lot of good supports that can be picked up with her, but I think you should maybe delay support a bit. And let's see. Wukong is here picked, one of the best junglers, I think, on the patch right now. I think in competitive, like, especially if you go a bit lower, you know, tier 2, tier 3, I think the Wukong is like a fantastic champion. It's also really good against the Irelia. Because you can really interrupt her movement, but it's really important to her. On the other side, now UCC, they're deciding to pick Ziggs here, or Alexis Havard. I think Ziggs would be a fantastic answer into the Caitlyn and gives them a lot of potential to make this draft really interesting. They already have an Irelia. Irelia is a champion that really likes attention around her. So I would assume, I don't see Irelia that often in competitive, but I would assume that she's like a more aggressive, more priority liking champion. Ooh, Sejuani. Sejuani Irelia is like a really strong combination, you know? And this Irelia is still flex pickable, theoretically, depending on the players. So, very, very interesting where we go here in this game. Let's see how they respond. I think it's like, you could pick, for example, a top laner here that is good into, I mean, you know, they can pick something blind and then answer. The Shen here also not a bad, not a worst pick, because it's a really good flex pick. Also, like, with the Ziggs, you really like to pick something like Camille, like Leona, for example, and I think Shen is, like, really good into Leona. It's probably also fine against Irelia, so, like, no matter where the Shen goes, he should be okay. At least that's what I am saying, but I'm also not 100% sure, because, again, Irelia is more of a curveball here. He is to me, you know, it's not that known champion. You see the Camille ban now, something that's really good with the Ziggs. I think Shen is okay into it, but I think still Camille is really good. Nonetheless, you know. So I really like that it's banned. So let's see. I think so far I like the draft from UCC, you know. I think they're like elo-wise, you know, they're a bit below, you know. But I think if I see Sejuani Irelia, you know, my heart as a Sejuani main, you know, is, you know, it's loving it. So I would really, really hope that UCC has at least a very strong showing. I think also with the Ziggs on bot lane here, well, I mean, theoretically, flex pick is already, you know, good pairing. Leona is now banned. Oh no, never mind. They're deciding for fresh ban. I think Leona ban kind of not too necessary. They already have a really strong counter pick with the Shen. If they want to put support, we see Karma now banned on the other side. It's a really nice lane dominant champion with the Caitlyn together. You kind of want to make sure that the Ziggs can play weak side, because if there's too much power, it would be hard. Now we are going onto the other side here. Milio is now picked. Milio Caitlyn is definitely not too bad, but also not too powerful. It's not a lane that we usually see with the Caitlyn, and probably Milio, if they're like now picking something like Rel, maybe Nautilus. No, not as banned. But Leona, Rel, something like this. Then Milio will have struggles to roam, and I don't think he's putting enough pressure on the bot lane to really threaten the Ziggs in a 2v1. Let's see. Braum is now decided. It's theoretically Braum is always considered a bit weaker. It's like a bit weaker on the roaming, but I think with champions like Sejuani, Irelia, it's like really good synergize. The synergy is really strong, so I would think that it's really good. And on top lane now, we see Rumblehover. I think for lane, Braum is not good, yeah, but you don't want, with Ziggs, you don't want to play lane, you want to roam with the Braum, and I think with Irelia and Sejuani, Braum roaming is kind of fine, it's like actually really good. So Rumble now first pick, no, also blind picked, or not blind pick, I think Shen is top lane, so I think Rumble should be actually cooking the Shen, so really fine for them, or for him, or the Yordle, so... Let's see what the mid lane answer against Irelia now would be. I think Talia could be really strong. Maybe you want to play something like Vega. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what is good against Irelia. I think Lux probably can be problematic, Irelia can probably play that, to a certain degree. Obviously, it's still tough, but I think it's good. In general, I have to say, Wait. Oh, I don't want to leak it again. I risk it. Okay, I'm not leaking anything. We will soon go into the game, I think. Let's think about the draft. I think I think Irelia probably also nice, into the looks. I think it's okay. I think in general, Spirit Blossom, they have a really nice combination to play for their hyper carry, to play the front to back. But they might be lacking a bit of early game punch, Wukong before 6 is kinda sleeping, Shen is okay, but will lose lane probably. I think Lux is okay, but Lux is an immobile mage against Irelia Sejuani, so she will have struggles. Especially with Wukong probably being a bit slower than Sejuani in the early game. So I think considering the elo gap, I think GCC has put out a fantastic draft to make a statement here in game 1. To say, yeah, we don't care, you can be higher elo than us, we don't fucking care. We just pick our Irelia first pick and you can do nothing. If the game goes longer and especially Irelia is it's not getting into the game, it can be really hard for them to play. But I think they definitely have potential here. On the other side, again, they have nothing explosive to their hands on Spirit Blossom, but they have, realistically speaking, strong champions that can go really good into the mid game if they're ahead of the curve, and something like a Lux and like a Caitlyn. And I should say that the Caitlyn and the Lux, they are both not necessarily threatened, so if the game takes if the game takes enough time. Wait, is this too loud? I mean, it's a bit loud, but it's fine. I think if the game goes if ECC does not find the ways to get ahead, I think it would be harder the later the game goes. But it also depends, in even tier 2 we see this a lot in LRN, LRS, where the teams actually have a better late game teamfight combo, but they still make enough mistakes for the opposing team that have a lot of catch tools, a lot of CC and stuff to capitalize on that. And I think, this could also be, even if ECC is not ahead of the curve, but I think their comp kind of needs to be. I think still they have potential to find ways back into the game by punishing the mistakes of Spirit Blossom. We will go into the game really soon. We have to wait a bit more. Let's hope I don't leaking my Discord, but it would not be too bad here. I'm leaking it, fuck it. So. Yeah, there's nothing there too, so just wanted to check my die-ams, not that I have missed something important. Yeah, do we have to wait a bit more? I think game will start soon. Both teams are relatively quiet in chat right now. It doesn't seem like they're in-game either. I don't hope we have a spectator bug or anything, but I just think we have to wait a bit longer. So, yeah. I have to wait a bit longer. I have said everything I want to say about those comps. I'm really hoping this will be a good game, you know. I really hope. I think, like, you know, Spirit Blossom, they're going into this game a bit. I'm not gonna say more comfortable, but you know, they have like, you know, they have higher elos on their players, you know, so they're like a bit. I would say they're like naturally they're the favorites. So but I think like ECC, they have the perfect comp to prove themselves that they, that they can compete with them, and that they can win on their own way. So I really hope this first game will be a banger, and I think it will set. I kind of have the suspicion, you know, it will set a bit the series, you know. If ECC competes, you know, then they will probably be able to compete in game 2 too. But if they would, you know, if Spirit Blossom just takes their favorite role and presents it in the Rift too, I think it could be a bit hard for ECC to bounce back. We have a ready check in the chat. I'm not sure if I need to answer that. I probably don't, so I just let the teams decide. So, but also means we're going into the game soon. Obviously, the game should have a delay. So even if we send it into the game, I think we have to wait like some minutes. But it's okay. It's okay. I think 3 minutes. It might be that the game has no delay, but I would be really, like, you know, would be a bit suspicious. So let's see. Let's see. Anyways, I hope the team that wins this series is really good. Because obviously there's a bit of a LATAM against NA rivalry, you could say, forming in this tournament, and I really hope that representatives of the LATAM region, that they will have a very strong showing. Obviously, I'm slightly biased by co-streaming the LATAM Tier 2 leagues in English, you know? Oh, we're going into the game. Wait, then I have to move this here, and then I have to go into... Wait, you're already in the... No, wait. Yeah, I think we have this scene now. Obviously, the draft already happened, so... Wait, where's the red sensor? The red sensor can go for now. Huh? Okay. Yeah. Drafter, I will not close. I will close this. I let this open, this. Okay, everything goes. We are in the draft right now. Obviously, the draft already happened, so theoretically, both teams should just draft and pick and ban whatever they have picked in the drafter. But right now, it looks a bit But I do have internet, right? Oh no, this is a bit cringe. Let's see if I can connect back into it. It would be a bit embarrassing. I have never done this with your live. Yeah, okay. So apparently I just lost the connection to the server, to the right game server. But I'm not sure how to handle this, honestly. I might as well just ask the Discord. Never mind, we don't need to ask a Discord. I hope I can reconnect here. If not, it would be a bit embarrassing, but let's see. Fuck. Yeah, let me try to reconnect here. I hope I can. If not, it's really tough. Well, is it what it is, you know? Wait, I will not show my client for a moment. Not that I leak again anything important. We should be into the League of Legends very soon again. Let's see if we can figure it out. I'm loading something. I'm not sure if this is good or bad. Like, no, I'm out. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. But it still says that they are creating a free game, so okay. Okay, I think we're back. Gracias. Am I in the spectator? Okay, tech issues are fixed, I think. We have fixed it. Okay, they waited for me. Nice. Holy shit, win. Okay, so again, we have seen the draft already. We're only waiting for the game to start. And I think they will ready, and then we go in. And let's hope I'm not getting kicked out of it again. Again, the draft already happened, so theoretically speaking, both teams will just pick and ban quickly, if it works. That is for me at least. They will probably pick and ban quickly, and probably also not in the not in the same order that they have done in the draft tool. Okay, it works now perfectly. Let's hope that we are not getting kicked out of it. After the draft, obviously we have to wait, I think, 3 more minutes to load into the game. But that should be fine. That should be fine. I can actually make my sound a bit louder. It is German though. I have not thought that through. So you will have a German sound. Now the champions will yap you in German. What the? So they will say you in German what they have to say when they get banned and picked. Enjoy it. So yeah. I mean, kind of, it's fun. It's only the bands though. When they are picked, they're not saying anything, so it's not that bad. Again, I want to remember you. We have ECC on the left side, and we have Spirit Blossom on the right side. I think Spirit Blossom, they have more like a standard female scene comp, I wanna say. Like where they have like a lot of seed champions. I think like seed champions are like really liked in the scene. Like more than they are in like a competitive. Like not, I mean this is competitive, but you know what I mean. But like in the tier 2, tier 1s, they don't like seed champions that much. I mean obviously right now they do with the new bot lane meta. Actually they have a pretty standard draft now that I think about it. I mean the other side though, ECC, they have not so classic draft. They have a Irelia mid lane. I think it is so a really round draft, considering that they have Irelia mid lane. Because they have like Sejuani, they have Braum, they can really play good around it. They have a Ziggs on bot lane that can be weak-sided, and they have found a good angle for Rumble too. I think Rumble in the competitive scene has dropped a bit of priority because I think today there are a lot of answers into the Rumble. Like you have like Abessa, for example, that does like there are a lot of champions that do well against Rumble nowadays. So we don't see it as often anymore. But I think UCC, they have found the perfect angle here for Rumble. Not just should Rumble beat a Shen, but also with the team comp, there's a lot of setup for him to ult, to equalize. So let's see. On the other side, again, we have like Enchanter support, something that has fallen a bit out of the meta. But definitely, it's they have a really, they really like to play Caitlyn here. But I think like UCC, they were prepared of Caitlyn, we have to wait now. Now I think we have 3 minutes pause, and I will take those 3 minutes. If we have 3 minutes pause, I will go toilet because I don't know. I just drank too much water. Actually, the mouth. Wait, I have pause text. Delayed pause, and then I move this like here. And then I will, yes, I will go shortly to the toilet, so I have not wasting too much time, and then we are going into the game quickly and easily. Be right back. Okay, I have returned. We wait like for 2 more minutes. Important enough, you know, those two teams are not. Wait. Okay, let's hope that the spectator's working because I am seeing two Irelias. That is not correct. One of the Irelias should be Caitlyn. Let's see. Let's hope it goes well. Mm, we hope it goes well. Yeah. Like again, the League Impact series. Just wanna, we have a bit of time, so I repeat that a bit. The League Impact series is a tournament created by the Blue Otter org from NA. It has the goal of like kind of reviving the NA and LATAM female scene. I think important to know is that I think there is like some money involved. Like actually not like too little amount, for like the scene. I think it's like really good. There's also LAN finals, I think. I'm not sure. Like I know the finals are LAN, but maybe even a bit more is in like it's live on stage. But I just don't know. At least the finals will be. I'm really thankful for Blue Otter to for the initiative to revive the scene a bit. They also have invited the whole LATAM, from Chile and Argentina up to Mexico. Everything is included besides Brazil, I think. But Brazil has a bit more healthy female scene and a general esports League of Legends scene. So, they were excluded here, I think. Not to exclude them in a sense, but because this tournament has the focus of reviving the LATAM scene, so they wanted to have LATAM in it. $7,500. It's honestly really good. Okay, finals will be in person, and Blue Otter will be paying for flights and hotels. Yes, that is correct. So now we are in game. Okay, let me figure out. It's right now a bit much. We have to figure out some things here before the game really starts. Oh no, it's in German. Guys, I'm sorry. No! It's in German. It's in German. No. No. Why is in German? We see a lot of aggression here already. Against the Joanni level 1 is like with the E is really strong. Already getting the flash here from the Wukong. Okay, I have to... And this should get vision. And this is exactly what we want to see here. From our players. Okay, the champion voices will be also German. It will be completely a cinema. I have to change a lot of things. Like this can just go a bit. This does not need to be that big. I'm not usually playing on an A. That's why everything is right now scuffed. But I couldn't go into so we active summoner names. Okay, this is good. We have everything we need, right? Right, kinda. Can I zoom out a bit? Oh, how is it even? Okay, I do not know how to zoom out anymore. Okay, I found it. I did. Yeah. We have a bit of, so now we see a lot of trading here in mid lane. I think this is something like Irelia is doing a lot. Ooh. Oh my god, I cannot tap out. Wait. I'm sorry. Oh my god, the level 1 mid lane is so hype. But I really have to tap out. It's a bit... no, I don't. Actually, I don't. I think the overlay is okay. It's not perfect. No, the things have to go a bit more left. Oh my god. We see level 1 top lane here. Level 2, I mean. 1v1. Oh, the Shen max HP damage on the Q is getting the kill here. The Rumble dies. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just a bit unfortunate here. And I actually have to fix something. I know this is a bit completely turbo scuffed. Oh no. It is so annoying. Okay. No, bear with me. Bear with me. It is important that we fix this, else you won't see everything. Again, I couldn't test it before, so now you see everything. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Okay, we're finally in. No, I cannot move my mouse outside of it. Okay, I need to place my mouse on. Okay. I will just put her here. Okay, everything is fine. Everything looks good on my screen. We are going into the game. Now I'm finally prepared. Sorry again, I had my account cannot go. I had no friends in NA to practice this, to set up overlay because it's a bit unlucky. We see a lot of training here. We see some CS diffs. Interestingly enough, in mid lane, the CS is like kind of Irelia favored. So she's like already doing some work here in the mid lane. Something that we do not usually expect a media champion to do. It's a bit like, but I guess it was working a bit like Silas. You know, you can see she can put a lot of aggression. I mean, this is not worked out so far, but Sejuani is close by in proximity. Is level 4 though, probably not able to reach here, and only gives Irelia a bit more room to breathe. On top lane, we see Kira is actually doing a lot of work with the Shen here. I thought the Rumble would have been a bit of a better time against Shen, but apparently it's not that easy. But it's okay, you know. It's a Rumble after all. I think, you know, it's what I said before. Like in recent times, I think Rumble matchups, you know, he was known for like this complete turbo lane bully in competitive, you know, that you can kind of always pick and has a like a really strong lane phase. But he has a bit fallen from that position. Else we see, you know, both junglers right now, they're playing, besides the level 1, like, you know, in the river, both junglers are playing more classic, I wanna say. Though Sejuani has like a bit delayed her second, or like a second clear. Oh, she's actually walking, interestingly changing up her pathing. It's already behind the Wukong. Her movement on the map will put her even more behind. Okay, no, this is only doing the vision. Okay, never mind. Let's see how it goes. The Sejuani now behind is a bit unlucky because I think the Sejuani is like a crucial part here on this comp because she's like really important for the Irelia. So until level 6 is like really important to punish the loops too. So I think the Sejuani dropping behind here is really unfortunate. We also see like some fighting in the jungle here. And Irelia dies here even. While Sejuani can only be there and watch because right now she's a bit tough against the Wukong. You know, you see Sejuani usually is like a really strong champion. Flashes are used here. Sejuani has to flash out. Losing the camp too, I think. And with that, the dragon will be started by Spirit Blossom. I think Spirit Blossom so far doing a really great job. Especially in the jungle, there's a slight diff approaching. Sejuani needs to really look how she can bounce back. Ay, Kira on top lane. Just 1v1 kills the Rumble again. The matchup seems to be better for Shen than I have anticipated. But I mean, you have seen there. I think one of the reasons why the matchup is like maybe a bit more Shen. Pause. Oh, we have chat. Ay. We have chat. Wait, then I can move this, right? I'm not sure. I will show it, If they say something funny, if you speak Spanish, let us know, Let us know. Else we have to wait for a moment. Let's see. So far the game, we are 6 minutes in and there is a slight advantage forming for the Spirit Blossom team. I think, importantly enough, it's like kinda only top lane where this advantage is really big. And jungle, the top side is really attacked. One player disconnect. Yeah, that so far I am aware. Okay, thank you. We have to see. Again, the Sejuani is really important for the team comp of ECC, and right now she's like really behind. She's like 10 CS behind. She's like a whole level behind. The Wukong will hit level 6 really early, while she will be behind, like a minute, maybe even 2, depending on how Wukong plays the level 6 power spike. Something that you usually don't like, it's really bad here for ESSC because you kind of need Sejuani ultimate to really threaten the Lux. Lux also has no flash right now, so she's a prime target even without Sejuani ultimate. But Sejuani should be looking to get in. Can I move my camera? Hello? No, because we're paused, I cannot. But I can just move out. I think Wukong made like a dragon and then she disconnected and ECC just takes over it. At least it looks right now like this. Wun is now reconnected though, so the game should continue very soon. We'll see if that works out. I cannot move my camera right now, but I can at least zoom out, so we kind of have we kind of can see the whole map. 1 minute is more needed here for ECC. Rumble is still dead, so Kira is getting a top priority. Importantly enough, with that top priority, she might want to Shen ultimate to this dragon situation. I mean, the Wukong is already kind of too low to go in, so I doubt that Spirit Blossom can find a way back into this. But if they find something, at least they have top priority. But also Lux, has low mana. Bot lane prio is not there. So I would just assume that that probably ECC they can secure this dragon here. What is this for a dragon? Wait. Oh, I can make the objective timers, right? It should be already there. No? Here? Aha, just okay. I mean it's good, so I have more time to figure out how we need to make the minimap a bit smaller. So now we have actually objective timer. Isn't that nice? Is there anything more I need to do? Honestly, it looks like fine, right? I am sorry that it's all German, I was not aware that it could happen because but no, we're a bit fine. Now we're going back into the game. Or are we? Maybe that is just, I think, no, they're dropping the position because, like, ECC bot lane prior. Okay. Then the pause came in. And now I hope the game will, no, we are still lagging. I'm not sure what it is, honestly. It might be, no, I think, it might be that the pause is always creating a bit of an issue with the spectator delay. And now we are back into it. And Dragon seems like to be contested without any, or not be contested by Spirit Blossom here. I think kind of they started it themselves, but then lost the priority on bot lane. It was really hard to do. I think like the Ziggs is like doing a really great job here onto the bot lane. especially also with the Brom. You know, we had in chat earlier people saying that Brom is like not that good into melee because there are multiple levels to this. First of all, Brom is a melee champion and melee is a range champion. So melee can always do a lot more pressure with auto attacking and throwing abilities that Brom can kind of not match. Also, like the Brom passive can be cleansed by the melee ultimate, so you know it's always playing a bit disadvantage maybe. But so far, the ECC bot lane is doing a fantastic job here with the Ziggs. They're having always kind of prio. They're never in a bad position either. So, really good for them. Besides that, again, first dragon was a Shemtech dragon secured here for the... Wait, I haven't saved the map size. Wait. Okay, now it is okay. Okay, we see Sejuani is now also level 6. The Lux theoretically still has no flash, so I think Insulini will probably be at the center of the attention for ECC right now. And for the side of Spirit Blossom, it's a bit about protecting her right now because she has a good game, you know, already has a 1 kill up, solo killed the Irelia earlier. You also see here both supports are rotating now and fighting over camps here. Something that is right now really meta, but now we see an engage from Spirit Blossom. The Wukong ultimate so far is delaying the response from ECC. Irelia is now going in. Shen ultimate is blown as well. Rumble cannot follow this. It could be a disaster here for ECC. Spirit Blossom slowly take over this fight. Nice ultimate usage from Kira here. And with that, they're even getting a triple kill. Now even the Rumble, Linza needs to be careful too, but I think she will be getting away with it. But objective is secured now for the side of Spirit Blossom. And yes, while, you know, another reason why the Shen is actually doing wonders here is against the Rumble is like the Rumble never can interrupt the Shen ultimate. It's like impossible for Linza to do. So Kira can just, you know, completely play the game, unthreaten it. This will probably be, and you know, already tough for the side of ECC. I think again, you know, it's not unplayable for them. It's just so hard, you know, with Shen ultimate available to find fights like that. Maybe a bit too aggressively here on this rotation. Grabs are now secured with that, like, you know, with the triple kill. The grabs are now secured for the Spirit Blossom team. I think grabs in general is like an objective that has not too much value right now. A singular grab only giving you 30 gold, you know. It's not the most, the most gold you could get. And using the grabs is kinda hard, I wanna say. Like, to have so grabs to get value out of them, you kinda have to hit the enemy turret always, like a lot of individual times, you know? So like you kinda need a lane that has prio all the time and can hit the enemy turret. So I think like in this game, I think the only real user of grabs here so far would be, I think, the Ziggs Brom lane. I think they have the opportunity to use this a lot, but obviously they don't have grabs, so they can't use. I think Insulini, she could be the next one that could use it. She already is like 2-0 up. Also having an assist, she should be like 10 CS up, or also she should have quite a big lead here against the Irelia already. So potentially she will be able to use the grabs against the turret a lot more. Depending on the lethal range, you know, that Irelia has, it's always like, you know, something you have to respect if you play against like champions like Irelia, like for example Silas, you know, even if they are behind, or Yon, for example, even if they are behind, they can get close to you really quickly, and then there are still like melee carries that have a lot of base value, you know, that you as a mage can probably not match. So also the Lux needs to be careful of ganks too, you know. Right now, Insulini has flash though, so her game is really easy, and she already deals a lot of damage. Like the Sejuani with passive nearly gets half there from one single Lux E auto attack, I think. Makes ya think, I wanna say. Insulini here on a fantastic game so far. And we see a lot of attention now around this dragon. It is the second dragon. Obviously, the first one got killed by ECC out of the priority on bot lane, but this time Insulini, you can see she's like putting a lot of work into it. Also, the Shen has ultimate again, and Kira is not matched on this top lane. I kind of want to see here the mid lane situation now. It's like really hard now to play here. I think they shouldn't even do this. And with that, Spirit Blossom, they get the first kill. They're even looking for a dive. Nice route here. Irelia just surviving 1 HP. Gets taken out in the end, but nice combination. Gets a return kill here for now. It is 2 for 1, and the dragon should be like easy. Now, also importantly, Caitlyn gets a lot of free time on the bot turret, what is really good because she has the grabs and it's a Caitlyn, you know. She can do a lot of damage here, and with that Spirit Blossom, they're slightly setting ahead here. I think ECC, they kind of disrespected Insulini. Yes, they killed her in the end, but she was so strong that she kind of her alone forced all of this. You know, Wukong only ulted. But all the damage came from the Lux here. That is really strong, but ECC, they don't care, they just go for it anyways. At least securing the dragon here will probably be on the cost of the support. Kareli is now running away, but I think trading a Sejuani here against oh, never mind, Insulini is going forward, securing a double kill. Nice flash Q here, and it will be probably a triple kill in the end too. Wukong secures the kill, and like, I just wanted to say, you know, it's kind of fine to sacrifice Sejuani here because she's not that much gold to have anyways. Getting the dragon here is like, you know, it's not a bad trade, but then Insulini is just completely stepping up, flashing forward, finding a nice double Q into E-ult combination that just double killed the bot lane here. And also doomed the Wukong in the end as well. So Spirit Blossom, now they're like 6k gold ahead, and I think they now can put the foot on the gas. You know, all of their champions are so strong that they can just fight for everything, take everything, you know, take the turrets. No turrets has fallen so far, so I think this will be the next center of attention. And DCC, they kind of have to... I don't think they can really play into the looks. They tried anyways. Insulini is again very confident, maybe a bit too confident. Sidesteps a Braum Q, still walks up here, gets stunned. Irelia might not get a kill because Kira is just ulting her on 1 HP, by the way. Crazy. I think if Kareli, if she's hitting the Bronchio, yeah, it would be fine. But with not hitting the Bronchio, it's kind of tough. And Insulini again escapes, and we can see on top lane too, you know, this Shen, you know, is just completely Goomba stomping onto the Rumble here. There's like nothing Rumble can do. It's a bit tough now. And the game is like, you know, getting out of hand more and more. Obviously it's not lost yet, but it's really tough here. We see the 1v1 of the 2 mages in bot lane, but Insulini is just slightly more fat here and secures the kill for herself in the bot lane. And then we see on top lane another engagement. There is no Ken ultimate here and no Gigafett Lux, so YCC, they're looking for an engage here. The Wukong should drop Loon, but maybe not early enough. Caitlyn now will be there to Rumble teleport is used, and I think ECC, they can just not have the damage right now to get anything done. Now Irelia is already taken out. Equalizer is doing a lot of damage to Caitlyn, but it's still... Oh, Linza is flashing forward, trying to get something on Caitlyn, but it is not enough here. The Emilio is giving a lot of peel. Also, Shen is giving some peel, and yeah, I think the game... ECC, they try to play on the other side where Lux isn't, but in the end they lose both sides, you know, they lose the 1v1 in bot lane and the team fight on top lane. And importantly enough, yes, right now if you look at the items, it's like, you know, both teams, they have kind of their first item spikes besides the Irelia, but you know, the items that Spirit Blossom also have, they are on the board all more pricey than the items that Spirit Blossom is bringing to the table here. You know, the Shen with the Koenig Rukern is like basically unkillable right now. The Lux on 2 items now completely deadly. Probably will one-shot whatever she sees. And then we can see, for example, the Sejuani only having a Knight's Bow. Not only is it a very... Oh, no. Kareli is just getting immediately put under pressure. She gets this way, you know, don't even need to use any summoner spells besides heal. I mean, she doesn't have flash either, but at least she gets away. Kira. Also looking for the Hydra now, she can really push her advantage on the side lane. Princess really struggling. And now gets put under pressure, gets dove here. The taunt doesn't even connect, but Kira's damage is just so insane. That there's nothing she can do on top lane too. I think, one strength that, what it makes it really hard here for ECC to bounce back is because it's like wherever Insulini is, she can always just go for Q searches. She can always step up, look for the Q, and if she finds it, a target that is like, gets snared, is just basically immediately dead. There's no one that can tank it. Even the Sejuani, no magic resistance, not a lot of HP. She will probably put under pressure here, uses her ultimate defensively. Same for the Irelia snare, but there is no turret anymore at Insulini. She's already stepping forward. He's not finding a slow now. Now she maybe needs to be a bit careful, but I don't think ECC find an engage here into it. Needs to be careful here. Snare is connected on 2, but the Brom E is protecting them from worse. And yeah, a lot of attention now around the dragon. This time I'm pretty sure if this Androani secures steals the dragon again, a third time, it would be kind of crazy. I think YCC, they're still looking for it, They're still like kind of skirmishing into the river, into their own jungle here, but I think they should just give it and try to maybe get some camps in. Maybe they should have tried to cross map here. I don't think they really have a chance to do much. Equalizer now used. Lane is like a bit in dangerous position, but she can just walk away. Kira is also there to protect her, so nothing really can be done here. And with that, just a net positive in total for the side of Spirit Blossom. They already have gained a lot of net positives here. And the game looks pretty rough in this first game. I think, it's not impossible. They're 9k gold behind at the 18th minute mark. So this is like, you would say this is a kind of, how do you say, kind of a done deal. But now there are only tier 2 turrets left on the map, and no major objectives right now. So this could be leading to a situation where Spirit Blossom is like stepping up really far. Like, you see Kira here, for example. She needs to really step far up into the map to, put any pressure on the map. And you want to put pressure on the map. You're 9k gold ahead. You don't want to be passive, You want to invade. You want to attack the turrets here. But on the other side, like situations like this is the thing that can, if ECC finds a way into the back, then it would be situations like that. Not necessarily a situation like this, because this is relatively deep into the vision line of, or like not vision line, but, far away from your own turrets, and I think this is not a fight that ECC should search here far too deep into neutral territory, and neutral territory for them is just, a kill zone. 2 more kills secured for the side of Spirit Blossom. And this is exactly, I mean, they kind of want to and have to contest vision for Nash. But I think it's nothing you can do really right now. You kind of, on the side on ECC, you have to catch out the members that are, pushing deep in. Like Kira, for example. Yes, Kira, obviously, she's giga tanky. It's not easy to take her down. That's not what I'm saying. But, oh my god, the Sejuani again looking for a steal here. Uses her flash even, but, she not get put over the wall. Is still alive here, but Insulini, 1 more E. Godlike here is the score for the looks. 11-1 now, and this should secure Nash. Nice attempt, I think, from the Sejuani, but there's nothing really she can do here. And with that, at least Irelia secures the mid lane turret. That's good. It also means like she getting 500 gold more for the turret shutdown, so definitely nice to have here, but also not easy. Hi. We see now. He really has 1 item to Lux 2. She also has 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. I would not wonder if we see Magi's here for the Lux. I think Magi's would be a fantastic item for her too, because with this 10 stacks already secured, she would get movement speed. movement speed would help her a lot to avoid like getting stunned by, even hit in the first place by Brom out attack, Brom ult, Brom Q. You can sidestep the Irelia E and Sejuani ultimate a lot easier. So, I think that would be really great. But let's see for what she's deciding now. The Ziggs has to flash away. I think especially the bot lane of ECC did a fantastic job in the early game, but they're now just trying to face up with a valid wallet diff, A lot of fights in the mid game did not go to their favor, but deleted their lead. Now we see a 1v1 on bot lane, and we see Aurelia is still dealing a lot of damage to Insulini, even forcing her flash here. So there is still potential to grab some shutdowns, but it is very hard here now. And Taylor is just put out legendary now for Insulini. We see there is still, some hope, but the moment Insulini can just free hit some targets, the damage is immense here. I think her next recall, you can see, whatever she's hitting now. The snare only hitting Melio, though Equalizer is also put down. Melio nearly even dying, but it doesn't really care, Wukong and Kaiten, they're just playing 2v4 forward, while Lux and Melio cannot do anything. They just S2 walk up forward and they're finding everything, and double kill for the Kaiten here. Ziggs gets snared there and put out. And with that, the Nash buff is used here to search or like siege the turrets. I think they should at least get 2 inhibitors here, maybe even the game. And it really looks like lobby admin right now. Like really good game from Insulini here. Started with a 1v1 kill against the Irelia in an isolated 1v1. And now it kinda ends on a 13-1 scoreline. She has resetted, theoretically has teleport, but Spirit Blossom, they're deciding to reset here. Definitely a good decision. I think they have a lot of gold into their pockets. We see, for example, Insulini bought the full-on Rabadons. So the items they gained are really big. We also see a dragon now secured. It's a mountain dragon. Again, for Spirit Blossom, it won't matter in the grand scheme of things. The gold lead now, we are at 15k in the 24-minute marks. It's like so hard that like, I think ECC to bounce back into this game, they would need like more than one miracle. I think they kind of need someone like, they need at least one. Oh my god. My god. Why? Aye. Yeah, I mean, they kind of need the enemy team to go AFK here to bounce back into this game. It's like kind of doomed and dusted. Important for ECC here now is to retain their mental strength. I think, this game obviously looks like a turbo stomp, and it is a turbo stomp. I think ECC, they have like, in the first minutes, they have shown, that they can at least hold up, I think the top lane matchup obviously was unplayable, but mid lane early didn't look too bad until the first kills and skirmishes rolled in. I think bot lane really had a fantastic game. Now the triple Lux ultimate finds a lot here. The Braum surviving with 1 HP, but kinda doesn't matter here. This will be the end of the game, of the first game, and with that, Spirit Blossom should go on up. They're still contesting, Ziggs still alive. They're doing a lot here, but now Wukong finds an ultimate. And the Nexus is open now. They're kind of only looking for kills here. They could already finish. And with that, GGVP, first game secured for Spirit Blossom. And I think, honestly, I think you see they have more to show. That's all I want to say. If they can bounce back into the series, it will be hard. I think Spirit Blossom played, like, on a different level. But I think at least going into the lower bracket, DCC definitely should have a bit of potential. Definitely have a bit of potential. Now let me see where we go now. Here we go, and we add the red sensor. Okay, we are out of it. Okay. But I can press play again, and I'm back into the lobby. I'm not sure if it works. If they have two how many do you know? Where am I? Am I here? Okay, I'm fine. We have to see a bit of their lobby switches and so on. They have like, I think, at least like 15-minute break. Again, we have 3 minutes behind, so like both teams had already like at least 3-minute break. So the game might start earlier than we think, maybe not. Um, but nonetheless, I think some people have left the lobby, what indicates me that there will probably be another one, but I'm pretty sure they will invite me, right? Yeah. Can I add a score somewhere? I mean, I can add a text. Wait. I do this very professionally now. Boom. Okay, we have a text here. One, oh, this is not an N0. It's P for Spirit Blossom. Yeah, okay, it's not professionally, but um, I hope you get what you should get. Let's see, let me look Discord. Um, I have something, by the way. I don't know if you know, but I want to just share this information while we wait for the second game. Where definitely the side of UCC have to find, they have to show a lot more if they want to have a chance, but I think they have a chance to show more. Nonetheless, you can activate this code in your client and you will get this fantastic Alistair icon, by the way. If you want to have the classic Alistair icon, you can have it with the code I put in chat. You just have to go into the store and go here onto the account thing and then redeem code. Yeah, you can put in the code and then you can get the Alistair icon. I'm not sure if everyone is aware right now. I think it's not announced anywhere by Riot, but you can get this classic Alistair profile picture if you want to have it. Code is in chat. It's very ugly. I agree. It's not really beautiful looking, but it has aura, I think. Um, Maybe if you are, some people I know they are really into collecting icons, so could be really fun to collect this icon. Maybe they go immediately into game 2 draft. Wait. I have to check. Okay. Some people are already in the draft, but nothing too major yet. In case they would start the draft early, I would obviously let you know. But so far it seems not to be started yet. Nothing else has been started. So yeah, we have to wait a bit more. I mean, it's okay. I really hope UCC can bounce back. I think they have shown some strength. They have shown obviously more weaknesses. A bit sad, but you know, definitely playable for them. I think. Wait, I have no replay. Sadly, that would be a bit cool. We could just go in, but I think like really, really like what I think what have ECC to do to bounce back here into the next game. Mm, into the series here. I think what will be important for them is like I think like their bot lane, for example, they could really hold their own. They was like winning early too. So and I think mid lane also until the skirmishes started, they really had like a really strong showing too. So what I think is that especially around the Sejuani, the jungler of Instancy, I think they have to take better fights, like better moments to fight, to skirmish, because I think that was a huge weakness in the game one, in the early game, while the game was going so far out of hand, where GCC they fought when they shouldn't. We had situations where the Sejuani, for example, she was like level 4, really far behind, and then she like looked for crazy plays and stuff, where I thought personally that it would be more important that the Sejuani is not falling behind in CS because her level 6 is basically, if she's level 6, killing the Lux is basically free. Just go there, throw all of your abilities at her. If she has no flash, she's dead. And she has no flash. So, looking for the early level 6 for Sejuani, I think would have been far better than already looking for skirmishes on level 5. Um, that's one reason I think was really hard. I think another reason that was really hard is obviously the top lane matchup. Um, I personally thought Rumble would have had more game against had more game against the side of. Okay, ECC is already ready draft, by the way. But more is not happening. I think ECC is also in a different lobby. No, not all of them. Some of them are, but not the most. Yeah, you wait. Oh, Spirit Blossom is draft now too. Okay, okay. Maybe I switch scene then to drafter. Yeah, why not? Liz, hello, I'm Liz. Hello, Sakuya. There's also a code for Classic Any. Wow, share! No, I don't know. Share. Share if you can. If you have, share it with us. Okay. Wait, it's also the Alistair code. Hey, hey, hey. You're using the same. It's my code. Oh. Okay. So like this it must be. I check it out. I check it out. Guys, I will sacrifice myself if this is not working. You will hear it by me first. Oh no, no, no! This was just a bait for me to leak the thing again. No, bro, I'm so stupid. I always forget this because usually I don't have to deal with this. Okay, we are live here. You know, if it's not working, you will see. Oh no, 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 this not. No, stop. I want to go here. Holy shit, it worked, guys. What is game score? It's 1-0 for it's 1-0 for the side of Spirit Blossom. Okay. The draft is not yet started. I reload the site real quick. No, it's not yet started, but we can go back. Here. Yeah. Obviously, we have to wait again. I can make music if it happen, you know? Some music, so it's not that cold. Or I can pin this message from you, right? For like 20 minutes? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can pin the message. Isn't that fun? And we have to wait for draft a bit. Wait, I really want to have the client honestly visible so I can see stuff. But now if I go drafter, it should be away. Yes, yes. And even if I open it, you should not see it. So this is good. Everyone is in the lobby. Someone is asking, I think the ECC is already draft ready. I will just reload the site here real quick to be sure that everything is going. 1 minute is the time. 1 minute time is needed for the Spirit Blossom side, so we will wait a bit more. And we will see. Again, I think ECC, they have definitely chances to bounce back into this series. They have... Huh? What is this? What the hell? I'm a spectator, right? Clear select. I'm not selected anyone, I'm spectator. Why is there double ECC? I do not know. They will figure it out. From how they have grouped themselves, I think Team ECC is continuing on the blue side, while Team Spirit Blossom, I think, is red side. Yes, it's how it looks. Also interesting if you wanna know. There are some I already said that there are some elo differences, but those are everyone is like a LAN player. But we have some members of Spirit Blossom. They're actually also NNA master. I think Kira, the top laner of Spirit Blossom, is also master in NA. And Insulini, the mid lane that completely Goomba stomped on the looks, is also master in NA. I'm not sure if it's harder to reach this rank in an A than in LAN. I have this suspicion it is harder. Just from what I have seen, I have I have investigated this a bit, and I see like a lot of players that are that are very high elo in LAN, a bit lower in an A, but I'm not sure. I think with elo it's always like how do I say this? Obviously, if you are like bronze, for example, I think if you're bronze in an A and bronze in LAN, it doesn't really matter. You're fucking bronze, But I think, for example, on the top, on like Challenger, for example, obviously, if you have a server where the rank 1 player can be inspired, there should be a difference in skill in high elo than in like in a region where, the high elo player is not someone like inspired, for example. I think a classic example of this would be EU. Like, at least for me, it's easy to explain. We have EU West and EU NE, Northeast. And I think, like, all the pro players are playing in EUV. So, like, obviously, like, high elo in EUV is far more stacked than EU NE. Because just, all the good players are playing in EUV. So, but I'm not sure when this ELO, I want to say this ELO difference in value of a rank really starts for NA LAN. Or if it's even, I suspect there is one, but I'm not sure when it starts, because it kind of depends, how many top players you have. Like in EU, for example, with like, I don't know, 500,000, 20 trillion people being in Master Plus, it's a bit tough to see. Anyways, I'm just yapping to get time fly by because we're still waiting for our match, GCC against Spirit Blossom. First game for people that may have only jumped in now. First game was a really big stomp for Spirit Blossom. I think ECC, they had, even though they got really stomped, I think individually some of, especially like the bot lane and even like the mid lane to a certain moment was like ready. Or like possible to keep up. Okay, they're asking me I'm ready. I am ready if you really. Could be that the draft is starting anytime soon. Could be. Could not be, I will reload the site anyways, just to make sure. Yeah, nothing changes. It's fine. We have to wait a bit more. But I think it will start surely. I mean, the team that asked if Prot is ready was like UCC, so I would assume that Spirit Blossom is still not ready. Because they said that they are 1 minute. They need 1 minute, but this 1 minute is for a long time. And now, wait, can I? Wait, I think my game has like the language filter active. I want to move it away because there's some I wanna figure out what they are writing in the lobby chat, but it was filtered. And if it's filtered by the language thing, it must be good, Okay, I don't know why it was filtered. Actually, it was completely tame. Never mind. Okay, draft is starting, so we are going here. We're going here back to here. We are activating our banger music. And we are going into the second draft. DCC, they're one map behind, but it is a best of 3, so they can still bounce back on the other side. Spirit Blossom with a fantastic game 1. They're looking to get even more here. We see again Ambassador ban. I would not wonder if we see Gangplank ban as well again. On the other side, Seraphine, Y bans we have seen before. So nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary happening yet. Gangplank now taken away. I'm curious what ECC will first pick. Because I thought last game, maybe they want to hurt the Caitlyn because both ADCs of both teams really like to pick Caitlyn, but Caitlyn obviously already gone, as you can see on your screen. So let's see. Varus now banned. Bans have not changed. And same bans as before. No, Spirit Blossom has first pick. Oh, but they're red side, but having first pick. Okay, I understand. You know, you can't change that nowadays in competitive. They have decided to first pick Nocturne here on Spirit Blossom side. I think Nocturne is a really a champion that we also see in competitive a lot. You know, have the high priority and fearless in the Latam scene. It's not picked that often. But it's banned that often. So it's now first picked here for Spirit Blossom. Let's see what UCC is answering. They're picking Xayah. Xayah is a champion that obviously can play against the Nocturne because you can avoid getting hit. With your Feather Storm, it's also really, you know, Xayah really likes it if the enemy team plays into her. And Nocturne, the only thing he can do is diving. So really good pick here. Let's see what else they secure here. Technically, Xayah picking Xayah that early is Rek'Sai, a champion that we really rarely see. Another curveball is thrown. In the past, we have seen Rek'Sai top lane, for example, but I don't think it's viable right now. So I would assume it's Rek'Sai Jungle against the Nocturne. I'm not necessarily a big fan of this matchup. I think Nocturne brings more to the table, but let's see what UCC is doing with it. Definitely a more interesting pick here that is secure. Let's see how Spirit Blossom is answering. Again, I think like Xayah securing Xayah that early is like a bit risky because it gives Spirit Blossom the space to answer, you know? Let's see. Have decided now for a Jinx. Jinx Nocturne obviously not insanely crazy combination together, but Jinx maybe just that good against Xayah and Rek'Sai that it is decided to be here. You could also pick something blind here like Sion on top lane. I think with how Kira played last game on the Shen, I think this Sion is like a really big pick here. Yes, there are still some counter picks of Sion open, like, you know, in competitive you would immediately maybe think about the Vayne, maybe about the Gwen or something. But first of all, I don't think that a champion like this is really good for UCC's comp, and also I think Kira is just very confident now, you know, after the game 1. She's just probably really confident to face whatever UCC is putting to the table. They're deciding now for Mordekaiser. I'm not sure how the matchup is. A champion that we also rarely see, but I would assume that it's probably at least okay. Can also be really good if, you know, for example, Nocturne, if they like heavily dive, you know, you can isolate the Jinx, then maybe Spirit Blossom is lacking damage so far, but let's see. We're going into the ban rotation. So far, only supports are taken out. Lulu is taken out, and Rakan. Both supports that are like really, how do you say? If I say Jinx, you think Lulu. If I say Xayah, you think Rakan. You know, those bot lane duos really often combine to each other. So nothing too crazy here. Something you would assume to be picked. Ramadan, Havard is banned as well. It's not too, like, it's not like completely infamous with the Jinx, but definitely a champion that is really good here because giving additional movement speed is really well. Also gives a lot of more lane priority. On the other side, Rel is now banned. A champion that probably would be really good with Xayah in like offensive capabilities. But let's see what is now prepared here for the side UCC. They kind of have to blind pick, I would assume. So they still have to pick support and mid lane, and they're deciding probably to pick support. Alistar level, like blind pick, is always a bit risky. Because there are like good counter picks for him, but let's see. Yeah, they're deciding for Alistar, so I would assume like we see a strong counter pick here. I'm not sure actually, like, let's see actually what they want. Oh! It's Leona, they're hacking. GG, crazy. Actually Leona, I think it's a bit less counter heavy. Alistar obviously would be a great counter here. I think Alistar probably also quite good against the Rek'Sai, but probably not that good against Xayah. So let's see how Spirit Blossom is answering. With Enchanter here, Nami. I think Nami is fine, you know. She has good tools. Also the engage tools of UCC, they are very telegraphed where their mobility abilities will end. So hitting a bubble, for example, or cancelling them with an ultimate might be relatively easy. It also gives a lot of lane priority to their bot lane. Again, ESCC's bot lane last game was putting a valiant effort there in their lane. Played really well, I think, in the early game before the game was like going out of hand. Now we see a Silas mid lane blind pick. Crazy pick, I must say. I think Insulini is like, holy shit, she has some, there is some, I don't want to, it's kind of a statement, no? It's a bit like, last game we saw Irelia first pick, and this time we see Silas. I think Silas, Irelia, and like how they lane, they're a bit similar to a certain degree. So let's see how Yeast is answering this. A set hover now would be completely crazy. And yes, we see it. ZA and Silas mid lane. Holy moly. This will be a very interesting position here for our game 2, especially in the mid lane. Let's see how Insulini can perform. Last game she was like really stomping, but it's again a still matchup in the mid lane. They do not have the best peel for Yings, I would agree, but they also kind of do have, like, you can like, how do you say that? Huh? It's Riven! It's Riven, not that. No way. Okay, I'm not sure now who is going who, honestly. That's a bit confusing. I'm not sure. Maybe they like the drafter seems to be a bit behind. I've just reloaded, honestly, because it's a bit suspicious. No, it seems to be fine. Let's see if they will. But that is still. I don't know. Maybe they will confirm the roles. I don't know. It looks a bit crazy. I wanna say. Let's see. It will be, even if it's Riven, even if Riven mid lane would be completely crazy. I mean, last game they played the Irelia mid lane, so I would not be too confused to see a Riven here. It is also getting asked who is actually being top. What champion top lane? But they're a bit trolling. I cannot show you right now, but like Carly has just answered with Linz is top lane, but obviously Linz is top lane was the question about champion. It's actually Riven mid lane. So we will see a Riven mid lane. Funny. It's crazy, no? Riven against Silas. I do think like I think again ECC has a jungler that can influences the lane earlier and better. But last game we already have seen that their jungler was a bit she was a bit I don't want to say she like necessarily struggled hard, but like I think she fell behind. Fell behind with positioning on the map. So and Rek'Sai may be a champion where this can also be happening, where because you have all those early turrets, but you have to use them in a way that you're not falling behind. In CS, in levels and stuff. So let's see if ECC can perform around that better. I think this will be obviously they have Riven mid lane, it's crazy, but I think first game got really out of hand because of the jungle difference, and then not necessarily because there was a jungle difference in like level and CS and stuff, but like that ECC didn't respect those weakness of themselves. So we have to see if they can find the better game 2 here. They definitely have the potential. They also have to do again the potential to make it explosive. They have crazy champions like a Rek'Sai, like a Riven that are really strong in the early game. Let's see how they can be used on the other side. It was mentioned in chat here by Kuyo that the Yings has not the most peel, and I agree with that. But I think Spirit Blossom, they kind of want to play in a way that, they want to kill one first. Like, I think for Yeezy, it's obviously also, they want to just one-shot someone. They have a lot of, like, one-shot tools, a lot of CC, a lot of burst damage. And I think same for Spirit Blossom, and I think the Jinx just, she has to peel herself. Not necessarily, obviously, you have Nami ultimate, Nami bubble. You also have, like, Cyan as a big body, that can peel the Jinx. You have the darkness that, if you can see Jinx, you cannot hit her too. But I think Spirit Blossom's plan around the Jinx here will be, just get a kill and then Jinx gets reset. And with the reset, she can peel herself because she's so fast. Because like a lot of abilities that ECC can throw into the ring, like the Una ultimate, like the Rek'Sai, the Ribbon, those are tools they have that I think that are relatively easy avoidable if you have to reset actually. Because if you have to reset, you can just run circles around them. Nonetheless, we still have to wait a bit. They are not ready for the game yet. So maybe I add this text. No, this is muted while draft, but I'm not playing myself, so I'm not muted while draft. And now we move this here. Yeah, and we have to wait a bit. I didn't took a break yet. When we have the delay, I will go to the toilet very quick, and get some more water. They ask, okay, Spirit Blossom asking for ready. Let's see. Should start any second. Let's see. I'm hyped to see though what, especially Insulini, what she can do on the silence. The looks game was completely crazy. So maybe we'll see another complete crazy game from her. That would be really fun, I would assume. So yeah, let's see. Also interesting to see, again, it's same as before, it's the League Impact Series is a tournament that is created or like, made by Blue Otter in an organization. They kind of want to revive NA scene. Okay, game is ready. We should go in soon. They kind of want to revive the NA scene and the female scene, the NA female scene. And they also have invited LATAM, all of LATAM from Chile, Argentina to Mexico. Everything of LATAM is like, yeah, really cool tournament. I'm also really hyped. And I really hope that the LATAM teams can do damage because, like, obviously, like I think with how the whole thing is paling out, or maybe the climb is a bit loud. Maybe it's fine, honestly. I think there's a lot of rivalry, maybe not. But maybe in the future there will be a lot of rivalry between the LATAM teams and the NA teams, and I'm really all for it. And I'm tailed here. I am biased. Team LATAM. I'm co-streaming the LRN and the LRS, the tier 2 leagues for LATAM, and that are, I think, the most important. So I'm giga biased. And if Spirit Blossom, obviously I want GCC to have a strong showing here, but I would not be too sad if Spirit Blossom just, puts the foot on the gas pedal, and drive right into the next stage of the upper bracket with full steam, because I think I really want LATAM to do well. I want to, if I hope a LATAM team wins. So let's go. Regardless, we're seeing the draft here. And I will go really quick to the toilet. I'll be right back. You can see the champions we picked. We already have seen draft, so I don't think I'm needed here right now. So I will be right back. I have to add text though. I mean, this is text, but we need this text. Delay pause. Yeah, okay, be right back. I really need to do it a little bit and go to toilet. Be right back.
Schon mal auf der falschen Seite des Mondlichts gestanden? Schwach.
treffen.
Hey, I do have returned. I'm sorry for being so far away, especially with leaving you out with music and stuff. Oopsie. Ah, I really had to eat something. I haven't ate anything yet today because I was like, preparing stuff for today, and then I was like completely out of it, and then I was like, just noticed, wait, I'm giga hungry. I have to eat something. Also, it's like insanely hot mm, in this country called Germany because they have because apparently there's a thing called heat waves. Mhm. We're going into a game. Wait, let me set up my setup. Where I see it in game. Okay, we are back into the in game. And we have to make this. Yeah. Or look the overlay. You see even who won. Isn't that crazy? So let's see. We're going into this game here. Again, it will be really interesting to see how the oh what wait, why is this like this stop? Okay, it works now, right? We don't see the in-game timers yet. Oh. And we already see level 1 again. This time, though, it looks a bit stronger here for Team Spirit Blossom. They're getting their first advantage here. So, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Going here in. I'm especially interested to see how bot lane does. I think ECC's bot lane, they did really well in the game 1, but I think they also had like quite strong champions, like in the 6. So I'm really interested to see how they do in the second game. I'm also interesting to see if Linz can like bounce back. I think she had a really rough game 1 against Shen. I mean, it's also a bit of champion diff, but it's also interesting to see how they bounce back. Else really important will be the mid lane matchup, I think. Oh, wait, we can. Zoom out at least a little bit. And then let's see. We see both junglers, they're pathing right now to the bot side. I think Rexa has a bit of an interesting clear that might show that she wants to gank somewhere, but Insulini just takes the first blood in the 1v1 and the isolated here, setting herself up for success really, really early. I think already last game, Insulini especially showed insane dominance on the whole game. So herself now going in, and you see she's already like looking even for more. We see here looking for a 1v1 against the jungler next. The Silas doing a lot of pleasure. We see now bot lane 2v2 as well. But I don't think there will be anything more happening, so I will just take the matters in my own hand and look what happens here. But there's also, I mean, now the Nocturne is getting a bit of an invade here. On the other side, Spirit Blossom also getting the longer end of the stick in this trade here. And also top lane Linz this time on the advantage though. I'm not sure how this matchup goes. Cyan Shen. I would assume, not Shen, Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser Cyan, I would assume Mordekaiser has a strong early game, but I think even if Linz has a strong early game, I think Kira can maybe be killed here actually. Flash forward now, the shield might be enough. Linz tries to find her own in the game, and I think last game already there was like a really, really close early level 1v1 here. Oh. And again, it is very close on the top lane, at least on the first potential kill here. But right now, no major advantage can be gained. We also see with the invade win on the Nocturne already getting a bit of jungle CS diff here in the early game. Something really important for the Nocturne, because with Nocturne, you really want to hit the level 6. Uno line is engaged here. The Nocturne will be there too, but Insulinin is coming from the other side. Now the fear will hit with the bubble perfect. The chains connect. Another one for Insulini. And she is proving herself to be a really, really star player here of the Spirit Blossom roster. Just, doing a really great job. In this early game, again, already with one solo kill, and now with securing another one in the skirmish. It's now a bit in danger here, but I don't think she's really pressured. She's already doing so much damage. Also, immediately put Darkseal in her inventory. So that's definitely something. But Riven is still fighting back here. Interestingly to see how the matchup now forms, because like Sylas is really far ahead, but they have picked the Riven into the Silas. So maybe she can find windows back into this lane. Already some CS down. She's right now importantly to know, because like, yes, she's obviously behind in the early game, but right now it's only one level, maybe half a level. And wait, can I click on the champions and then we see this too? But is it now working still that we see different champions? It would be a crazy improvement of our production. No way is it going away! How can I make it that it always shows this here? I want to have this, honestly. Maybe I can... okay, we can first of all make a border here. It doesn't seem like we can make this permanent. Okay, but the border is honestly right now over the other stuff. Okay. Whatever. I cannot figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm not producing League of Legends games often. So let's see. Top lane 1v1, we can see. I think Mordekaiser still... you can click... You can if you click on the portraits on the edge. But stays it now? Because last time it... Oh, we see again... Kill. Yeah, okay, I can click on the edges, but you know, it is disappearing as soon as the... Ah, yeah. Okay, but I usually don't want to do that because I know observers are doing it, but I'm not an observer. So I would just be mind blown. Already, we have seen, by the way, I just missed it a bit with commentary, but we have seen another invade here, success for the Spirit Blossom roster. This time Nocturne gets the kill here. I think really important. Nocturne already ahead, like quite a lot ahead in the early game here before even hitting level 6. His level 6 can be used all over the map. I think it's not necessarily too easy to like attack every lane here, because like Mordekaiser, you know, yeah, Mordekaiser can ult. It's a bit, you know, can be a bit tough. I think bot lane Unisaya can also at one point just ult, you know, she's still both summoner spells, so it's also a bit hard for a first Nocturne ultimate, but I think the prime target will be Riven here on the bot lane. We see another 2v2 here. Leona is finding a way in, but Zaya cannot keep up here. Is put under a lot of pressure. Now the Feather Storm is coming out. The Feather they can't immediately use, but Zaya is getting the kill. But we're immediately going top here. Linz here is in the Mordekaiser ultimate. Probably a bit tough. Nocturne ultimate now used on the Rek'Sai and Linz here. Even if she gets out of it, she is kinda dead. Insulini takes the kill. In the bot lane, we have seen only one kill taken. But again, the bot lane of this ECC roster is putting in some numbers here, getting a 2v2 kill. Even though in the beginning it looked kind of rough because, you know, Zaya could not step up, was like bubbled and trapped from Jinx. And Rek'Sai here, the jungle of ECC. Again, put under a lot of pressure this game. No way she survives that. Riven is there though, but I'm not sure if Riven needs, like, you know, if that's the position where you want to be as a Riven. Has to use Flash now, but you're not necessarily out of it yet. But you're getting back up. Going in, Insulini uses the Mordekaiser ultimate to catch Riven off guard. She should kill her here. If she's not killing her, she's in a 1v3, but could be tough. But Shine, she's killing her. She gets the extra stats from the Riven and can continue fighting here. Mordekaiser is now fear taken out. Kali, she can walk away with her life here. But again, Spirit Blossom, they're putting their foot to the metal. You know, they're putting in some numbers and they immediately dominate this game from like early game, and it's only bot lane here again that kinda hold their own to some degree. Obviously, we see some CS difference. That is just because Jinx Nami just has a lot of more lane control here. Because yeah, first of all, you have more range on both champions. So I think Nami should have same range as Zaya, and Jinx should have more. So you know, it's a bit tough here for the ECC bot lane to keep in lane control. Especially if, especially now where, like, both supports are roaming. So it's a bit harder for Zaya. But again, ECC bot lane seems to be the light in the darkness here in this game too. So I think, you know, it's again, you know, ECC, they kinda already, you know, every objective they want to play, where, Oh my god, we see a 1v1 Insulini. She misses the chains, but maybe won't matter. Riven now on the retreat. The Q connect, but 1 HP here for Riven in the mid lane. And it's again Insulini that deals a lot of damage here. A lot of control as well. We see now bot lane some action. We're going in here. Lane. She still has flash. Now he uses it immediately. Probably will get out because Rek'Sai queued early here. So nothing the bot lane of ESC can gain. Now Insulini is there too. It will be a 3v3. Even 4v3. Nocturne ultimate is now coming. It's a 4v4, but the first kill immediately secured. And Riven needs to be careful. He gets away for now, but on the other side, the Leona is not, and now they're just diving it. Insulini is just running forward. She still has the ultimate of Xayah. So the Xayah is still also in danger. Still has flash and barriers, so she should get away. 3 kills against secured here for the whole squad of Spirit Blossom. So really good. Really good. Really good. Makes makes you a bit hopeful for the continued tournament run for this Spirit Blossom roster. Yeah, we see Omnivamp boots. I think I would have it's something that I wouldn't, isn't that something normal on Riven mid lane? I would have assumed that's something you would always go on Riven mid lane, but I'm not, I'm not even seeing Riven mid lane any, so. Well, now we see Kira on the menu. She's really deep here with a proxy push. Unicate of Lins is now used very early here. Kira also has still ultimate. Maybe she finds an angle. Now immediately gets knocked up by the Rek'Sai. She's still looking to get away from it. Mordekaiser is now misses. So close, but we instantly cutting into the mid lane where Insulini is just diving again. And Kira, she's getting away, but Insulini is getting a kill. On the other side, we have a dragon situation where the bot lane of ECC is still fighting. Nocturne is now fighting a 1v1. But it doesn't seem like Xayah can get away with it, not even with ultimate. Leona is also dead in the drench, and yeah. There's already a 7k gold lead in the 11k minute, and I agree that you kind of have to adapt when you're far behind. But it is like, it just looks, it just looks like a bit the members of this Spirit Blossom team, they're just a league ahead, They're just a league ahead, so it will be hard for ECC to bounce back into the game. Obviously, it's like, I don't want to doom them yet. It's minute 12. There can still be a lot of things happening. But with those big of gold lead, it's like, I can press X. Wow, we can see the gold lead here. On mid lane, for example, it's like 1.5k. It's like really, 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 really a lot. On jungle, we also see like 2k gold lead here even. It's crazy. And even on top lane, there's 1k. Even on bot lane, Hi. And we see again, the only kill that has been fallen to the side of ECC is for the AD carry in a 2v2. A bit like last game. But now Insulini, she's already there again. Featherstorm is used relatively early. She flashes into the Leona ultimate, but nope, not enough. Insulini just chains the Leona ultimate into the Q, and now we see, I don't know, Rek'Sai was just invading, but on bot lane we see Insulini. She just dives the Leona alone here. There is no wave yet, but Kari, she will die. Just sniped by the Zed. Rek'Sai, interestingly enough, got away. She got helped by her teammates. Now Riven in a 1v1 with the Nocturne, but she missed her ultimate, or not ultimate, but it's got shielded crucially here, because that secures here the position. I think for Riven it's really hard here, because the Nocturne can kind of always like just shield the Riven ultimate, and then it's really hard to play. I think the mid lane of ECC, she's right now really struggling to find anything into the game, and she's also so far behind now. We also see an invade here again. Yes, we see 1v1, but we also see Rek'Sai here already on the menu. Will we not kill Kira? It's using her ultimate. Insulini is just going under the turret. She does not care. It's now getting out of it, ulting the Mordekaiser. There could be obviously potential for more. Now Riven is on the menu here, but I don't think Riven should even be stepping up. If those chains connect, she's immediately cooked. In the meantime, Jinx is getting the mid lane turret too, and 10k gold in the 14-minute mark. It is really just a difference in classes. And Spirit Blossom, they say, hey, we are no slouch in this tournament. We are starting with a big win here. This game obviously not over, you know, but if UCC is comebacking from this game, I think they can win every game, honestly. Really tough. This could be a really fast game. Now the Harald also immediately after spawn kinda is secured, or will be secured here. Linz is kinda in the area, but there's nothing she can do. She's like on one. She has boots and the mask, you know. Not enough. Insulini now is on the menu. She's losing a lot of HP. She has the Mordekaiser ultimate, but puts her in a 1v1 with the support, so she's not falling now. Also heals a lot. And now, Spirit Blossom, they're on the advantage again. This Rek'Sai losing a lot of HP. Insulini again stunned under the turret. She's losing so much HP, but it won't be enough. Now Jinx, the turret shots, not enough. She's surviving with 1 HP, and Kira just running deep under it. And now the turret, you know, it's losing its, you know, the HP a lot. Just, you know, the turret stacking is like going away. And with that, yeah, Kira is still in danger, so she could die here. Nice flash over the wall, and Linz, when she comes out of it, there is no hope for her. She will just be slain as well. Nothing she can do. Another kill, legendary for Insulini. Again, she already had a fantastic first game, but the second game, even more of a masterclass here on the Silas. Putting down the numbers, putting down the work, and now minute 16, the turret is attacked, and I think, like, you know, kind of overstay for the Spirit Blossom roster, you know? Maybe VCC can find some shutdowns, but even though this there's a big overstay, you can see the Silas has 1.5k gold. They're just engaging mid lane again. Even though there's a lot of gold into the pockets, Leona ultimate is not really finding anything besides Leona, but doesn't matter. Zaya dies anyways to the Nami here. Even Rek'Sai and Leona both really low. There could be another mid lane tower dive. Whilst the bottom hit Riven down the backline. The first kill is getting secured. Even Kira is low, but the turret is now fallen. And Riven is the first one to fall. At least one kill secured. Now Jun Woon is going in, taking the first one. And Mordekaiser also dying. Insulini is just running rampage. And Jinx here with the Assassinato Triple is getting numbers. Another kill. Ace secured. This could be a 17-minute win. I mean, winning here is still hard, you know, but they're using the Harald. They really want to do damage to the base here. They're saying, yes, we do it quick. We want to have more time to prepare the next game here. Importantly enough, Jinx gets a lot of resets, so she's really low. She has high attack speed and high mobility with the movement speed. Zaya finds some feathers on the Jinx. She's really low. One more auto attack could be enough. Also, Kira really low, but it doesn't really look like now they finally found some back. Kira will be the first one to dive, but Insulini is now going in, and Kira still on the zombie form that deals a lot of damage, but this time Insulini surely will die. There's no way she survives. They're terminated now. And Spirit Blossom, they thought they can go for a finish, but the death timers are still too shortly and bounce back here. But importantly enough, there was a lot of gold. Oh, Kari splashing forward, misses the solar flare though, sadly. So Lane can just run away. And they will not get any more. Importantly enough, they got like a lot of big shutdowns. So, they also will probably get a dragon. The dragon alone is not that important. You know, it's one singular dragon, who cares? But the dragon gives 1000 gold shutdown because they're so far behind. So, you know, it really is the AD carry of ECC. Suvifils against the world. She is like, I think she's like really doing a good job here. This also in game 1, you know, she did a very great job despite the lead that the opposing team is like, you know, the Spirit Blossom is just, you know, it's like, it's looking a bit like David against Goliath, you know. And if there's someone that finds something, but it's again, it will be a double kill here. There's no way this Mordekaiser survives. And with that, they can try again to finish. 2 members again immediately killed here. They're just too deep in their own jungle, but it's not their own jungle anymore. They can only, you know, count their base as their own. Even that will be hard to protect. It's a 3v5. There's only one Nexus turret alive, and it's already half HP, so it will be easy for the taking. This could be the end of the game. Our special is now activated as well. The Leona gets a lot of damage here. Jinx reset secured. Riven is just watching from the sidelines, and this is a very dominant second game over in like 19 minute 28 or something, you know, really, really dominant. And Spirit Blossom, they're starting this tournament with a big sign of like, you know, of how do you say, a big sign of dominance, honestly. Crazy. We can, wait, how do I get out of this? I will take a look now at the tournament a bit. Wait, no, this is empty. We do this? No, I kind of want this. This I want, I think. We do this away. Um, do I write this name correct? Yeah, I do, I think. So I will just pin this message for the next 20 minutes. So everyone that has missed this end, because honestly, it's such a fast game, you know, you might as well just miss it. Was a really interesting game. I dropped GG here in the end chat. Oh, I leaked the tournament, but it's okay, it's over anyways. Fuck. Always leaking it. Wait, give me a second. But even where's the oh? I have the sensor right. Here's the sensor right. Okay, wait, let me just move it here in face. I see something. Okay, seems fine. And with that, let's look a bit at the tournament, you know, because the bracket is over. We also see here Rule Esports seems to have lost 2-0, so Conviction Starlight already going up. Spirit Blossom still over, so only this game, Melon Milk Lifestyle against Pink Panther Club, is still running as far as I'm aware. So I will try to figure out if we can watch this, honestly, for a moment. Leak Master. Yeah, I'm like, you know, if I'm not hitting Master on the Rift, you know, at least I'm good at leaking. But this document at least is not, it's a public, you know? So at least that I cannot leak. So. Wait. Is there here stream links? But they're not posting. They're posting their Twitch, but they're not posting what games they are looking for. GG. I'm mad. Okay, we have a French game. I will just... Haha, this is a French stream, but I will just mute it in case we don't speak French.
Il est toujours coach d'ailleurs, Innova. Techniquement, il a quitté le LEC, donc la LCSU à l'époque, en 2000.
Okay.
Pour aller en NA. Évidemment, ça,
I'm not sure what they're speaking about. It's definitely not the game. Maybe it's already over too, but it doesn't look like it, no? Danny Mouse looking at... Yeah, but this game is already over, no? The game that Danny Meow is looking at is already over, right? You can let it follow here, though. For good sportsmanship. Maybe I can just... how do I do this? There must be... this one. I can just search this one, and then we should see every stream that is casting it. Because every stream has to have this. It's still alive on the stream, so I spoiled it, you want to tell me? This... Oh, look, that's me. This one we want to watch. I think. Ooh, they're speaking about our game here. Conviction 2-0. I don't know. We have to look. It's also 2-0. So we're going into the next rounds. So I have to, I add, you know, I have to add this text here, but this, we make it red. Maybe red is okay. So next series question mark. I will try to figure out when the next series is started and what we are watching. I'm sure there will be at the co-streamers, there will be when I will ask when it's starting, because maybe it's starting at a certain time, but I'm not entirely sure. But it would be 4 p.m. in oh no, I don't want to do this on 4 p.m. ET in Berlin time. It should be 20, like I'm not sure if the next game starts in 2 hours. That might be what happens. But I'm not sure yet. Because then we might have a break, you know? I cannot tell you yet. We have to figure that one out ourselves. Maybe there are questions? Questions. Let's see. Maybe someone has asked. All round 2 matches are starting at 4 ED to allow for scouting period or a small break if teams need it. However, they are free to notify us if both teams want to start earlier. Okay. Okay, so we have to wait for 2 hours. Okay, with that, I think my stream is kind of over now. For now. I will come back. In 2 hours. But if we have a 2-hour break, you know, I might as well, you know, just not stream it because what am I gonna tell you, you know? I will look if I can raid someone fun. If not, I will just end my stream. I cannot really raid someone. There's no one I'm following that I think is cool. No, I'm not following anyone that's online, that is. So I will just end my stream here. Thank you for. Oh no, I have something to raid. Wait, guys, stay with me. We are raiding the English cast of the CBLOL. Wait. This is my dream. Guys, this is my dream. Stay with me. This is my biggest dream ever. You have to please, some people. If you at least get like 5 people or something to rate the CBLOL English, it would make my day, you know? It would make me so happy. Please say hi, maybe, you know? Have some kind words. If you want to watch some League esports until the next round in like 2 hours we start, then, you know, I'm starting my raid. You know, we are raiding. It will be glorious. Come all in, say hello. Maybe use a dino dance. You know, a little dino dance is always nice. And then let's support a bit of the Brazilian scene. Leviathan, my favorite team, is playing right now against Pain Gaming. So, would be really cool if we can get something. So, yeah, I will send us over. And I see you in the future again. Bye bye!